Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. Let's talk about Carlos Adames versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko. That was the fight of the night, in my opinion. Tank and Cruz was a good fight, but Adames and Derevyanchenko was the fight of the night, in my opinion. Better than Fonador and Garcia, better than Tank and Cruz. And the scores were 95-95, 97-93, 96-94. And I thought Carlos Adames did enough to win the fight. A lot of people say, well, Derevyanchenko need to move up. You know, Adames was a guy who came from 54. I believe he lost the title fight versus Patrick Teixeira for the title. Yeah, he lost that title. I think it was for the vacant WBO. I don't know. It's for the interim WBO, and it turned into the real WBO. He lost it to Teixeira. He was down in the seventh. He had some conditioning problems. He was a guy trying to squeeze down to make 54. And I think he should have been at 60 to begin with. I'm talking about 5'11", 73, thicker guy. I mean, he fought Joshua Conley. He fought, he was with Top Rank, fought a lot of guys. Fought Patrick Day, rest in peace to him, rest in power to him. Frank Galarza. I just think he was fighting at the wrong weight class. 21 wins, 16 KOs, 1 loss. I think he was squeezing down to the wrong weight class, and I think he looked healthier. His conditioning was still a little shaky. He couldn't keep up with Derevyanchenko's volume, but his counter punching, his cleaner punches last night was the difference in the fight. You know what I'm saying? He landed the wilder punches. He hurt Derevyanchenko. He landed several uppercuts early that hurt Derevyanchenko. And, a mortal man would have went down. A regular man would have hit the canvas, but Derevyanchenko was just tough. And, people said, he need to retire. I talk about that. Just, Dobbs it was a 10 rounder. If it was a 12, excuse me, it probably would have been a little bit more intriguing. But even when Adames, was tired and had to dig deep, he just couldn't miss Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko tried to work the angles. Just Adames was the matador. He was a great matador that night. He made Derevyanchenko miss shots. He got hit with shots, but he didn't get hit with consecutive shots. Consecutive crushing shots. He was rolling shots. He was rolling with shots. He was slipping shots. And he was crouching down. He became a difficult target for Derevyanchenko. And I think Derevyanchenko was a shorter dude. But Adames almost 6 foot. Adames was crouching down. Derevyanchenko was 5'9", 67.5-inch reach. And, Adames had almost a 5-inch reach advantage, 73 inches. He had 2 inches in height. And for the majority of the fight, he was crouching down. He was his athleticism was too much for his athleticism was too much for Derevyanchenko in his length. Even though Derevyanchenko was trying to get on the inside, Adames did a great job, using the ropes, fighting off the ropes, keeping his distance. Like here, stylistic wise, this was a bad fight. I think Derevyanchenko, you look at his record, people say, well, he a journeyman, 13-4 and 10 KOs. But he fought Golovkin, Charlo. His last 5 fights, he had 4 losses. He lost to Jacobs. That was a crazy fight. He beat Cole Clark, good fighter, who get Andrade to run for his money. He lost 3 consecutive fights to Golovkin, Charlo, and now Adames. You could have made a case that the Adames fight obviously was close, and Golovkin fight, he should have won it. So, I mean, it is what it is. He fought guys like Torian Johnson. But, physically, I don't think, he's 36, but physically, I don't think he should retire. That's my opinion. He still looked good physically. He took the shots. This fight might have changed because him and Adames was throwing bombs, but, Adames is a good fighter. It's just that he was squeezing down to 154 pounds. There's some footage of him at Gleason's sparring Terrence Crawford, and holding his own. And like I said before, good athleticism. He's just that, conditioning is what his, this 10 rounder favor him. Conditioning is what killed him. You look at him, he's just in great shape. Some guys just genetically in conditions to go a hard 12. He fighting spots, but with his height and his length, it allowed him to control Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko was landing some good shit. He just couldn't get on the inside and really, use his push pop type style and turn Adamas. Adamas was able to use the ropes, fight off the ropes well, and use his length well. But Derevyanchenko landed some shots here. It's just that Adamas was just too athletic. His reach was too long. Hand speed was too good. You know what I'm saying? When he got on the inside, he didn't let Derevyanchenko dominate. Derevyanchenko couldn't dominate from the inside. He wasn't going to win from the pocket, or he wasn't going to win from the outside. So, I mean, it's a bad matchup, and then he don't like nobody who duck phase no way. So it's what it is. Somebody who was a true middleweight, he's moving up. The dude is a true middleweight. That dude is a true middleweight, bro. And the more he get in the middleweight, the more he grow into middleweight, the more he gonna be a problem. So, now you got a player in the game in Adamas. I think Charlo, Lara, Charlo got a new opponent in Lara. They could put him in, put in a WBO and go try to get Demetrius Andrade. Andrade got a mandatory versus the dude Genemik he beat he just beat Nasana Dam. He beat Rob Brent. So right now Adamas, I don't think he ain't ranked at 160 yet. So it'll be coming. He'll pop up in the rankings pretty quickly, and I think the smart thing is we put him in a position to fight Murata Golovkin winner Demetrius Andrade and see if he go get a belt. But yeah, just keep working on his conditioning and and if the conditioning get better, I don't see too many people beating him. Very good fighter, good length, good height for the division. Just who advised him to squeeze down to 60 was a problem. He's a 60-pounder. I know you want to win as many belts in the divisions, but you can't force these dudes to squeeze down to you can't force these dudes to squeeze down to these lower weight classes. So that's something to think about. Bad for their health and and it hurts the performance. But for Sergiy Derevyanchenko, I mean, he lost 4 of his last 5, but the Danny Jacobs loss was competitive. Hold on. Yeah, the Danny Jacobs loss was competitive. Triple G loss was competitive. The Diamonds loss was competitive. Only loss that wasn't competitive versus him as Charlo. So if he retired, he's 36. People forget he had like 10 or 15 fights in the World Series of boxing. So I mean, we'll see. But I don't think he should retire. He physically still look good. He just ran into a guy stylistically wise was, kind of built like Charlo, tall, long, athletic. Just stay away from them type of guys. But if he retired, had a good career overall. But yeah, we'll see, man. But people gonna think he was a journeyman, but he was a really good fighter. Just was the beneficiary with some bad decisions. But hey, let me know what you guys and girls and guys think. Check out the fight reaction. Well, check out the middleweight playlist. Thumbs up video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the fight reaction playlist. You want to find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all my social media subscription. Twitter's the fastest way. Facebook and Instagram. If you had a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all the social media links there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. I appreciate the love and support.